Welcome everybody to a 90-minute power yoga practice. My name is Tamara Maxim. Welcome to my living room. You can find this class afterwards on my YouTube channel, which is also under my full name, Tamara Maxim. And if you'd like some music for today's practice, feel free to find me on Spotify under Tamara YVR, the airport code for Vancouver, and you can follow some of my playlists. And today our practice will focus in two areas. One is the abdominal lock. So we have Mula Bandha, the root lock, and Uddiyana Bandha, which is the mid-abdominal lock. So we'll focus on keeping our core engaged and awareness all around the core area to support our postures. And also we'll be working into a lot of twists today. And in yoga, the word for twisting or turning is parvritta, which means to revolve. And I like that idea of the word revolve because it means if you break it down, it's re-evolve. And in French, the word re means again. So we're evolving again and again as we work through these postures in this practice. And to add in one extra layer for our practice today, I always like to draw an intention card. So I always encourage students to create their own intentions, whether it be personal or collective. It's nice to have one of each, as well as a dedication for your practice today. So feel free to layer in those things, as well as maybe this randomly generated intention. And sometimes I pull the same intention over and over. It's like needing to receive the same message over and over. So today our bonus intention is fulfillment, which I love the idea of. Fulfillment is the result of an exceptional instance of new vision, an expanded perspective, or complete contentment in the moment. At times it may require desire, action, and accomplishment. So in yoga we have the yamas and niyamas, and one of the yamas, the niyamas, the observances, is the idea of santosha. So this idea that you can be content with all that you have in any given moment, and that's what leads to a sense of fulfillment. So I hope that you'll always find your yoga practice to be fulfilling on many levels. And if it's not, examine what it is that you're bringing to the practice, and if sometimes the ego gets in the way, this desire to want to do it all and be everything and perfect every posture. If you can remove that, then usually you can find a much easier sense of contentment, because then you're not competing with yourself or anybody else. So find this practice special for you, that you put into it what it is that you want to receive. That's how you find true fulfillment. All right, with that being said, let's start sitting up tall. So either in Virasana pose like I'm doing, sitting on your shin bones, or you can sit onto your seat, even onto a block. Lift the spine up, and right away and start to feel that engagement of Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. And you can even bring in the jaw lock, Jalandhara Bandha, and when you have all three together, it's the great lock, Mahabandha. You feel a connection right up from the core through the center line, and even connected right here in the base of the throat and the neck. Hands can be on your thighs if you like, or hands to your heart center. Just take a few moments for some clearing breaths, maybe 3 in a row, exhaling out the mouth. And release some heat. There's already a lot of heat in this practice, so cool ourselves down at the beginning. Two more like that. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. Now holding in your mind's eye your intentions, your dedication, if you have one, maybe this idea of fulfillment or contentment, santosha. We'll open our practice with one beautiful sound of Om. Let that Om resonate throughout your entire body, radiating from your heart center outward as far as you can imagine. Deep clearing breath in to begin. Full breath out. Inhale for Om. Allow yourself to attune to the vibration of Om, this universal sound of peace and harmony at the seed of all existence. Bow your mind into the beautiful light of your own heart, knowing that you have everything within you to feel content, to feel fulfilled. Blink your eyes open if they're closed, bringing your gaze back through center, releasing your palms if your hands were at your heart. And let's make our way down onto our backs for a little bit of core work to start the day, and this will bring a lot of awareness into the two abdominal locks, Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Let's lie down onto our back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice squeeze, maybe rock side to side. Then extend your arms and legs up toward the ceiling. Take a big inhale breath. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips toward your toes. And as you're here, draw the belly in, belly button toward the spine. See if you can lift your head and chest up a little higher. And now lift everything up higher. Hips and shoulders lift, belly button to spine. Exhale to lower. Inhale again. Lift up. Exhale, lift your hips. Lift your shoulders, lift everything higher. Inhale to lower. You can reach your arms behind you or in a cactus shape or fingertips behind your ears. Take a breath in and a breath out. Inhale again, lift your head and shoulders up. Maybe reach for your toes. Exhale, lift your hips and shoulders, lift everything higher and hold. Inhale to lower, relax your arms. Exhale fully. Inhale, lift everything up again. Lift your hips, lift your shoulders, reach for your toes, lift everything higher. And relax everything down. And now we're going to add in a twist. So bring your palms together to touch. Lower your right leg down just to hover. Keep both feet active. Take an inhale, lift. Reach everything to the center. Inhale to lower. Reach your arms back behind you. Now exhale, twist over to the left side. Inhale to lower. Switch your legs. Lift your right leg up. Lower your left leg down. Exhale, bring everything into the center. Inhale to lower. Reach behind you. Exhale, twist to your right side. Now we'll add in a little bit more speed. Inhale to center. Exhale to center. Inhale, lower. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to lower. Switch, and let's go. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, switch it up. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale, switch. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, switch it up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, switch it up. A few more each side. So keeping awareness to Mula Bandha, the root lock, and Uddiyana Bandha, the mid-abdominal lock. Keep going. Belly button to spine. One more each side. Twist to the left, switch, and last time, twist to the right, release, hug your knees into your chest. You feel already that connection to the core, and now we'll start to rock forward and back, and we'll meet in Navasana boat pose. So try to float your toes if you can. You can even keep your arms loose a few times forward and back, and then come all the way up on your tailbone, toes pointing down, chest lifting. You're welcome to keep your legs lower toward, angled toward the ground, or if you want, raise your toes up so they're pointing straight in front of you, or maybe even extend your legs straight and reach your arms up to the sky. So find some modifications if you need. We'll hold here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come to a low boat. Hold here, draw the belly in. Hop back up. Maybe you bend your knees. Let's do that 5 more times. Low boat and pop back up. 4 times. Hop back up as you exhale. 3 more. Inhale to lower. Exhale, pop back up. Last two. And last one. Beautiful. Lower all the way down. Stretch your arms over your head. Point your toes. Take a big, big breath in. And hug your knees into your chest. Rock a few times side to side. Now we'll come forward again. Cross your ankles as you come forward. Roll right over your ankles. Pop back. And see if you can lower all the way down onto your belly. And let's stretch out our bellies. A few cobra poses here. Press the tops of the feet down, palms beside your shoulders. Lift your heart, Bhujangasana, low cobra. Exhale to lower. Two more. Inhale, stretch the belly. Maybe look up. Exhale to lower. One more time. You can straighten the arms more if you like. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale to lower. And now tuck your toes, engage your legs, press down into your palms, the core is engaged, maybe center of your belly lifts up. Push yourself slow motion through chaturanga. High plank pose. Hips lift back and up, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Here we are, 5 breaths. Pull your hips up, away from your hands. Press your heels down toward the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to create a nice long spine. Pressing into your finger pads and drawing the eye of the elbows more forward toward each other. 2 more deep breaths here. Look forward to the top of the mat. Come high on your toes, bend your knees a lot, walk, step or hop. Right to the top, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Maybe for the first one, palms to shins. If you have more space, fingertips in front of the toes, feet can be hip distance. One more inhale, lengthen the spine. Soften your knees as you exhale, fold. Do that again 2 more times. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, nice flat back. Fold as you exhale. One more time, Ardha Uttanasana. Just like a realignment of the spine. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to rise all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Find a little back bend if you like, arch back. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. We'll start to move now, finding a connection deeper to the breath. So bring in the Ujjayi breath, that slight constriction in the throat. It almost feels like you're sipping through a straw, so it creates a humming or ocean-like sound. And when you do that, the core is automatically engaged, especially for the exhalation. Make sure that you draw the belly button right in toward the spine. On your inhale breath, reach your arms up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, arch back. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, finding that Ujjayi breath. As you exhale, plant your palms, step your right and left foot back, find high plank pose, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana. Draw the belly in, rock forward on your toes. You can always lower the knees. Let's take an extra breath here, rock forward even more and keep the core engaged. See if you can press the belly button up to the spine and dome between the shoulder blades. Draw in Mula Bandhas, so the root block engaged right from the perineum. Inhale, rock forward one more time. Exhale to lower all the way down onto the belly. You're welcome to take Cobra pose. Inhale, lift your chest up, or maybe slide through, tops of the feet down, lifting your heart. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. Then you can lower back to the ground. Tuck your toes, engage your legs, come through Chaturanga halfway, and take a look. Draw the belly in. High plank, Utthita Chaturanga Dandasana. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now walk your hands a little bit closer to your feet. We'll add in a twist here. Parvritta, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Reach your right hand underneath your body. Bend your knees if you need to. Wrap your right hand around your left ankle, calf, or thigh. Maybe you can even step onto your hand and look underneath your left shoulder. Take a full breath in, and you feel like the breath can be a little bit compromised with the belly drawn in, going through the twist. So breathe as deeply as you can. One more deep inhale, press into your left hand. Stay for the exhale. Release your right hand forward. Same thing, other side. Parvritta, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Revolve, downward facing dog pose. So get underneath your body.
Look underneath your right arm. Maybe you step on your left hand with your right heel. Grab the ankle, calf, or thigh. Bend your knees as you need. Take another deep breath in here. Try to really fill up fully through this twist. And exhale, draw the belly in. One more deep breath. Stay for your exhale. Walk your hands back to the original position. One more round of breath here. Step your toes together to touch. Come behind your toes, bend your knees a lot. Walk, step, or hop forward. Keep the belly strong to be light. Halfway lift. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, arch back. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. The belly is still engaged. Inhale, reach up, especially Mula Bandha, that root lock. Exhale, fold forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, step your left and right foot back, high plank pose again. Take an inhale breath here, rock forward. This time as you exhale, you can hover in chaturanga all the way to your belly. Roll over your toes, take a back bend, cobra, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And here's a little extra work which really works the core and the upper body. One chaturanga push up here. Keep the belly strong. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. For this downward dog, inhale your right leg up to the sky, open up your hip and drop your right foot behind you to the left. And this creates a twist in the lower body. Try to keep your shoulders square and opening up the hips, twisting open the sacrum. So a small revolution, but feels big in the hips. Deep breath in, long breath out. Switch your legs. Right foot comes down, left leg lifts. Stack your hip, bend your knee, drop your foot behind you to the right. Create a twist in the lower body as you square your shoulders down. Big opening for the hips here. Do you twist them open? Press your hands forward and down, left shoulder square. And then release your left foot back to the position. Step your big toes together to touch again. Look forward, come behind your toes. Get your core engaged here. So Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha engaged to keep the body light as you hop forward. Good. Halfway lift. You can feel that. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana. Inhale to rise all the way up. We'll do one breath per movement. Surya Namaskar A. Exhale. Hands to heart center. Ujjayi breath. Arch back. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Inhale. Walk, step, or hop back to chaturanga or your belly. Inhale for your back bend. Keep exhaling as you move through chaturanga all the way to downward dog. Take a full breath in, a full breath out. Come onto your toes, lift your heels, look forward. Walk, step, or hop. Inhale, creating some heat. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, arch back if you like. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Couple rounds of Surya Namaskar B, but with some variations that I like to add in, and we'll get the obliques and the core engaged. So remember to keep the root lock, Mula Bandha, drawn up and in, Uddiyana Bandha, pressing the belly button in toward the spine. So connect them together like two Lego pieces and create that stability there right in the core. Step your big toes together to touch. Sit your hips back and down, and right away Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, connect. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Draw the knees back. Try to keep your arms in line with your ears. Keep scooping the tailbone toward your heels, and that will get the engagement of Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, belly button toward the spine. Take another inhale breath. Reach your arms up a little higher. Ujjayi breath as you exhale, sit deeper. One more breath in, reach up. Exhale, lift your hips and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your palms. Will meet in chaturanga or the belly. Take your back bend as you inhale. Press the feet down, stretch through the heart and the abdomen. High plank, chaturanga if you like. Use your knees. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Take an inhale breath. Reach your right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Pause and hold. You can add variations if you like. Lift it all the way back up. Parvritta to the left side, twist and touch your upper arm. Inhale, bring it back up. Open up that hip again. Twist in the lower body, keep your shoulders square. As you exhale, bring your knee into your chest, press into your hands, dome the upper back. So keep the abdominal locks engaged. Look forward, step your right foot inside of your right thumb. Back heel spins down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Pull your outer right hip back, left thigh forward. Outer edge of your left foot rooted down, so toes are pointing to the top left corner of your mat. There's hip distance between your heels, so create some stability. Take an inhale, reach up here. As you exhale, sweep your hands back behind you. Inhale, reach up. Create a little bit of yogi air conditioning. Exhale, reach back behind you. One more, inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep your hands back behind you. Interlace your hands. They can rest at the sacrum, or maybe start to straighten your arms as the head comes down and the arms lift up. Try to close your hands tight together. Shoulder can rest on the thigh, or you can come even more forward and down, letting the shoulder slide inside of the shin bone. Crown of the head reaching down as the arms lift up. Outer right hip pulling back. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And now as you inhale, press into your feet. Reach your arms all the way back up to the sky. Bring your palms down to the mat. Step your left foot back a little bit. We'll find a twist here. Reach your right arm up. Take an inhale breath. Open up the chest. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, both hands come back to the ground. Float your right leg as you take it back, chaturanga, or your belly. Move through your back bend. Come back to high plank, chaturanga if you like. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Bring your left knee to your left upper arm. Keep the core strong. Inhale, sweep it back up. Parvritta to the right upper arm. Turn and twist. Revolve. Try to touch it. Inhale, sweep back up. Bring your knee to your chest. Keep looking forward, round the upper spine, and then step your left foot inside of your left thumb. Back heel spins down. Arms reaching up to the sky. Virabhadrasana 1. So same cues here. Feet are hip distance apart. Right toes pointed at the top right corner of the mat. Outer edge of the foot pressing down. Outer left hip pulling back. Front knee is bent over the ankle. Draw the root lock in. And Uddiyana Bandha is strong, so there's a lifting up here of the front of the belly. Take an inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Let the arms come back behind you as you exhale. Inhale, sweep back up. Keep the foundation. Exhale, sweep back. One more time. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Exhale, sweep back, and let the hands come to the lower back. Take the opposite grip. You can stay here with the knuckles resting on the sacrum, or you can let the head bow down, shoulder resting. If the head is bowing and you have a little bit more space, maybe arms lift up and away from the lower back. Outer left hip pulling back, front of the head coming down. Remembering this is a practice based in santosha, contentment and fulfillment, so not going further than your body will allow. And being accepting of your body and your practice wherever you are today. One more deep breath in, maybe go lower, deep breath out. And then use the foundation of your feet and your strong core. Lift yourself back up. As you exhale, hands come to the mat. Step your right foot back. Twist open to the left. Press into your right hand. Maybe you arch back a little bit. Take one more inhale breath here. Lift up a little higher. Stay for your exhale. And then inhale, both hands come to the mat. Keep your left leg floating as you sweep it back. Keep exhaling as you lower. Take your back bend as you inhale. Cobra, upward dog. Rolling over your toes. Bonus chaturanga. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in. And a long breath out. One more, sigh out your mouth. Breathe in. Step your big toes together to touch. We'll bring in a little bit of core work. So walk your feet a little bit closer to your hands. So you can shift the weight forward with your shoulders coming over top of your wrist and press into your finger pads. So you want to create a lot of core engagement here. Maybe you stay with your feet on the mat and you just do a couple of little squats with your knees together. If it feels better, you can take the knees out wide and then bring your shoulders over your wrists. If you like, do 3 or 4 hops, and then on the 4th or 5th hop, land your feet between your hands. Or you can stay in the squat. Making your way forward. Once you get there, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. It's a good preparation for handstand. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Find your chair pose, big toes touching, heels apart, sit your hips down, and reach your arms up to the sky. Let's add in a twist here, parvritta. Take hands to heart center, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to your right. We're not going to stay here for long. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist to the left. Let's do that 2 more times each side. Inhale, now reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale through center, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. So you have to keep that core on. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale through center, last time. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale through center, reach up. Exhale, lift your hips and fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Make your way through, all the way back, Chaturanga. We'll meet in downward dog. Feel free to take the extra Chaturanga, keeping the core on. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale. Now we'll move a little bit more with the twisting here. Inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Right knee to right upper arm, and back and forth to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right, left, right. Now stay in the left. Sweep your right arm all the way through and open it up. Fallen triangle. Press into your right hand, lift your hips higher. Feel free to stay or hover that leg and pulse it for 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, reach your right leg up. Bring your knee in toward your chest. Step your right foot through in the center. Back heel spins down, this time front heel to back arch alignment. And as you're ready, reach your arms forward and up. Virabhadrasana 2. So in this posture, we want to create a nice long stance so that we have the space, maybe not today, but one day, for that front thigh to become parallel. So you need a lot of distance between the heels. Front toes pointing straight ahead, back toes slightly angled in. And you can find that connection between the front heel and the back arch. Bend a little deeper. Take your gaze down your front fingertips and open up your chest. Keeping Mula Bandha on, that root lock. Uddiyana Bandha, but there's a little twist to the right here. Take a deep breath in, expand, deep breath out. And let's reverse. Right palm up, left hand down. Inhale, reach up to the sky. As you exhale, pull your right hand back. Feel free to stay here or turn your heart open. There's more twisting through the abdomen. Left hand comes behind your lower back, maybe between your shoulder blades. Maybe you can release the right fingertips to meet the left ones. Turn your heart toward the sky. Revolve your heart upward. Outer right hip tucking under. Inner left thigh rolling open. One more deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Beautiful. Come back through center. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, both hands come down to the mat again. Raise your right arm up. Now you're welcome to stay here or maybe use your core strength. You might need to separate your feet a little bit and float that left palm. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Both hands come down to the mat. Keep your right leg floating. Vinyasa. Extra chaturanga there for you. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Same thing other side with the twist. Inhale, left leg up. Left knee to left upper arm. And then we go to the right. And the left. And the right. And the left. And the right. One more time. Good. Stay on the right. And then extend your left leg through. Reach your right arm up. Stay right here, fall in triangle, or scoop up your left leg and maybe pulse for 3, 2, 1. Both hands come down to the mat. Bring your knee into your chest. Look forward. Take a big long step all the way through in the center. So when you spin your back heel down, you can find front heel to back arch alignment a little easier. And then rise up. Your body, upper body twisting more to the left here. Arms are extended strong and wiggle your feet apart. Take the time to get a longer stance. So when that knee is pinned over top of the ankle, the back heel is as far back as you can. There's space one day for that left hip to descend down enough that the thigh is parallel with the earth. Gaze down your front fingertips. Couple more deep breaths. Keep pulling your right arm back so there's a long extension opening through the chest. Deep inhale. Bend deeper. Exhale. One more breath. Ujjayi breath in. You're keeping Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Tall through the spine. Flip your left palm up. Lower your right hand down. Reach up with your top hand and pull it back. Parvritta, Virabhadrasana, exalted warrior. Stay here or cup your head with your hand. Turn your chest open. So create a twist in the upper body. Maybe your right hand comes behind. Maybe even between the shoulder blades. Sometimes I have to help mine get there. There we go. And then hook the fingers if you can, or the palms or the wrists. Open up your heart. Revolve your heart. Deep breath in. Deep breath up. One more. Beautiful. Come back through center. Bring both hands down to the mat. You might want to adjust your back foot a little wider. Inhale, reach your arm up to the sky, big open twist. Now here, stay or tent onto your right fingertips. Use your strong core, and maybe you can float the right hand. Difficult in the twist. Use the foundation of your feet. Use your core. Breathe in and out. Beautiful. Both hands down. Ooh, keep that left leg floating. It's hard work to teach and do at the same time. Now I know what I've been putting my students through all this time. Make your way back. So much respect. Downward facing dog, but I'm so thankful. Such a good experience. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Now step those big toes together to touch again. I'm going to try those hops. You can either have your legs together or your knees wide. Walk your feet in a little closer. If you have a handstand practice and you want to go to the wall and take a few handstands there, you can. Otherwise, stay here and you can hop on the spot. Strong core. Straight arms. 4 or 5 hops. And then come forward. Halfway lift when you get there. If you're on the wall, just come back when you're ready. Exhale, fold. Sit back into your chair again, and this time we'll twist again, parvritta, but hold it. Hands to the heart center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right, and this time pull your outer right hip back so you can get that upper arm across the thigh as much as possible. Tent your fingertips here. Draw your outer left hip and left knee back. Press your top finger pads into your bottom finger pads. Twist a little deeper. Now you can stay here. Maybe you open your arms. If it's available for you, take both hands out to the right in line with the front of your mat. So try not to twist, but keep your hands to the front. Side crow. Maybe you straighten your legs. Maybe you pull that top leg back, Kundanyasana A. And come back into your twisted chair. Parvritta Utkatasana. Come back through center. And let's twist to the left side. Use your hand on your outer left thigh. Get that upper arm as far across the thigh as you can. Tent your fingers, twist a little deeper. Pull your right knee and right hip back. Maybe you open your wings. If it's available for you, take your palms out to the left of your mat without twisting to the side. You already have the twist. Lean over the shelf of your right elbow. Maybe you keep the knees bent. Maybe you straighten. Or maybe, slippery, you can Pull that right leg back. Kundanyasana A. Using the strong core. Little determination as well. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release, chaturanga. And you might remember that the fulfillment intention said, at times it might require desire, action, and accomplishment. Let's meet in downward facing dog. So you do have to want something for it to happen. That's for sure. Deep breath in and a long breath out, as long as you're not letting the ego get in the way. Then that's what leads to true fulfillment. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Pause and stay here. Or chaturanga arms. Extend your right leg. Maybe float your back toes. Use your strong core, strong upper body. Kundanyasana B. Inhale, bring it back. Now let's bring a twist to the left upper arm. Stay here. Revolve the body. Maybe you can hook your outer right foot. You can keep the knee in your chest or start to extend the leg, pulling the right foot toward the top outer right corner of your mat. Take a deep breath in. Look under your body. Deep breath out. Good. Scoop that right leg all the way back and up. Stack your hip, open it up, twist in the lower body. Bring your knee to your chest. Come forward, step your foot in the center. Back heel spins down. Rise again. Warrior two, just for a breath. Deep inhale, long exhale. Now straighten that front leg. Heel toe your back foot in just a little bit. Little shorter stance for Trikonasana. Inhale, reach forward. Pivot the arms. Find 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock. Take a deep inhale breath. Open up your chest, maybe look up. Deep exhale breath, draw the belly in. You're welcome to stay here or to bring in Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Extend your arms over your ears. Palms facing each other. Twist open to the left. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Bring your hands back to the mat. Bend your front knee. Step your left foot forward slightly and out to the left. We'll come into revolve triangle. You might want to bring a block underneath your left hand. And that block can be inside of your right foot or outside. Depends on your openness. Bring a hand onto your sacrum and start to revolve. Open to the right. That revolution, that re-evolving action as you reach your right arm up to the sky, maybe look up. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful work, everybody. Look up to your top hand. Feel the outer right hip pulling back, left thigh forward. One more deep breath in and a full breath out. Beautiful work. Bring your hands back down to the mat. You might want to keep a block handy underneath your right hand again for Ardha Chandrasana. Let's step forward onto that right foot. Right leg is strong, left leg lifts. And now start to turn your left hip open. So you're stacking your left hip on top of your right hip. Your left hand can come to the outer left hip to guide it. Press out through your left heel, toes curling toward you, and maybe you can float your fingertips, or maybe they're onto a block. See if you can reach your left arm up. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. One more. Inhale. Maybe you look up. Exhale. Beautiful. Let's revolve that as well. Bend your right knee again. Bring both hands to the mat. Now maybe you take the block under your left hand. Right hand to your right hip. Start to turn and twist your body toward the right again. That same sensation as revolved triangle. Reach your right arm up. Try to be light onto your left hand. Maybe you can lift your chest a little. Keep your leg active. Breath in and breath out. Beautiful. Come all the way back. Bring your knee into your chest and extend it back out. And let's do a little bit of core work here. You can float your palms at your heart if you like. Knee into the chest. Exhale. Inhale, float it back out.
Feel free to float your palms. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, back out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, back out. And last one. Exhale, bring it in. And stand all the way up. Bring your knee into your chest. You're welcome to hold on to your knee if you like. Maybe you take big toe up. Stand up nice and tall. Move back just a little so you're in a view of the camera. Stand up nice and tall. Pull your hips in line, chest in line, shoulders in line. And then extend as much as you can through your left leg. It's totally optional to extend. Right arm reaches up. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, open it up. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Feel free to stay right here. Or maybe you look over your right shoulder. Stand as tall as you are. Open up your heart. Deep breath in. A long breath out. Keep the core on to keep the stability as you come back through center. Bend your knee. Reach your arms up to the sky. You guessed it. We're twisting. As you exhale, twist to the left. You can place your right hand on your outer left thigh, left hand to hip. Stay right here. Turn and twist to the left, or reach down and grab the outer edge of your left foot with your right hand. Left hand comes behind you. Pull your outer left hip down as you turn and twist and hold for 3 breaths. Parvritta Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Big mouthful for a beautiful pose. As you're ready, come back through center. And let's step it back. Warrior 3. Swing it back, warrior 3. And then open up to the long edge of your mat. Now just turn to the side so you can see. Outer edges of your feet pressing down, hands to your hips. Take an inhale breath here, lift your chest, let the belly lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bringing your hands underneath your shoulders as you come down. Parvritta Padottanasana. So we'll start with a forward fold here. You can take any variation of the hands you like. Take an inhale, lengthen your chest. Exhale, fold. Maybe your hands come more underneath your shoulders. Maybe you wrap the outer edges of your ankles, of your heels, of your feet. Maybe you bring your fingertips back behind you. Crown of the head down as the hips lift up. If you have Shirshasana A in your practice, or B, in the tripod headstand, well, you can do A as well from this position. Start to pike the legs up, keeping the elbows in. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, fully engaged. Ready, slowly float the legs down. If you're in the floating position, try to get your heels down, so create a lot of core strength here. Heels before toes, halfway lift. Bring your right palm underneath your your face, left hand to your left hip. Turn and twist open to the left. You can stay here or reach your left arm up. Find a bind if you like. Spiral that left hand behind to the top of the right thigh. And maybe walk your right hand toward your outer left foot and pull yourself in. Forehead toward your shin. Slowly come back through center. Left hand underneath your face. Right hand to your right hip. Start to revolve. Parvritta, open to the right. Maybe you reach your right arm up. Maybe you spiral it around to the lower back. Give yourself a beautiful open twist here. And maybe you start to walk your left hand toward the outer right leg. Grab onto the ankle or then the heel. Forehead to your shin. Beautiful. Come back through center, halfway lift. And now we'll start to turn our body
toward the front of the mat. So your right foot will be forward, lower your left knee down and slide it as far back as you can. And from here, rise up, Anjaneyasana, low crescent lunge. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, twist your upper body to the right side. So pull your outer right hip back. If you want, you can tuck your back toes and raise your back knee up. Inhale, come back up through center. Exhale, twist to the right. One more time. Inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, twist to the right. And you can stay or add on. Palms come toward the right side of your chest. Maybe you lean forward. Maybe you can hook that elbow outside the right thigh. Tend your fingers. You can go for a hand balance. You can open your arms, or you can go for a bind. Tucking your left hand underneath your right thigh. Right arm comes behind. Maybe interlace the fingers or wrap your wrist. Turn and twist, parvritta. Any variation, find a twist that works for you. If your back knee is lifted, rock that heel forward, strengthen the straight leg. Breathe against the twist, so use your ujjayi breath. Beautiful. Now use the strength of your core. Come all the way up. And then lower that back knee down if it's lifted. Take an inhale here. Make sure the knee is as far back as you can get it. As you exhale, bring your palms to the mat. Shift your hips back and press your right heel forward. Ardha Hanuman. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. And feel free to stay here. If you want to go deeper, you can use blocks underneath your right thigh, or maybe you work your right heel more forward, left knee more back. Working toward your variation of Hanumanasana and remembering this key idea of fulfillment. It's not about serving the ego. It's not about a competition. It's about feeling content with who you are in every given moment. Feel free to bow in wherever you are. Outer right hip pulling back, left thigh forward. Take one more full round of breath. As you're ready, raise yourself back up. Use the support of your hands. Draw your back knee in until you can plant your right foot down. Press into your hands on your inhale breath. Three-legged dog. And again, as we've been doing, stack the hip, open up the knee. Turn your left fingertips out to the left. A little revolution of your left hand. Tend your right fingertips. You're welcome to stay here and feel that lower body twist. Or maybe let the right foot slowly come back behind you. Stay high on the toes and open up your chest. There's a big opening in the shoulders, the chest, the belly. Press into the outer edge of your left foot and your right toes. Lift your hips a little higher. Breathe. And then slowly come back through center. You can keep that leg lifted if you like. Take a vinyasa. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Stay with your ujjayi breath. Link them, each breath, to your intention, to your dedication. Take one more round of breath. Sigh or flutter your lips on your exhale. Inhale, left leg lifts to the sky. Left knee to your left upper arm, pause here and hold, or chaturanga arms. Extend your left toes. Right leg floats. Kundanyasana B. Inhale, sweep it all the way back up. As you exhale, parvritta, twist, revolve to the right. You can hold on to your knee or wrap the hand around the outer left foot and swing and look underneath your right arm. Pull your foot to the top outer left corner of your mat. Beautiful work, so good. Woo! Reach your left foot up. Bring your knee into your chest. Keep coming forward. Step your foot more in the center so you can find that good alignment for warrior 3 as you rise up. Deep inhale and a long exhale. Just the transition so we can work our way to triangle. Straighten your front leg. Heel toe your back foot in. Remember, you can use those blocks if you need them as supports. It's not to make the pose easier, it's to make the pose more accessible. Inhale, reach forward, and then pivot the arms. A block can be underneath your left hand, inside or outside of your left leg. Keep your chest open, so keep Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha engaged here. If you want even more, sweep your arms up over your ears, palms facing each other. Keep your chest open. Look down to the mat, soften your right knee. Bring both hands to the mat. Step your right foot slightly forward into the right. You might want to, again, have a block underneath your right hand. Keep your left leg straight. Left hand to your left hip. Start to turn and twist. And if you're more open, you might bring that block either closer to your left foot or on the outside of your left foot, or maybe you can lower your palm. Try to keep the sacrum level as you raise your left arm up. Parvritta Trikonasana, revolved triangle pose. Keep pulling your outer left hip back, right thigh forward. Try to turn and look up, keeping the neck long. Deep breath in. Hug your hips to the midline. Use Mula Bandha, that root lock, to keep your hips steady. Beautiful. Come back down to the mat. Bring your hands down to the mat. We'll step forward onto that left leg, lifting your right leg up. And we'll do a little bit of core work. We'll do 4 draws of the knee in toward the chest. If you want to raise your hands to your chest, you can. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale to lengthen. Try to keep your chest parallel to the floor. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. It's tricky. Last one. Inhale. Hate that sneaky core work in yoga. Exhale. Inhale, bring your leg back out. Bring your hands back to the mat. And you're welcome to take a block underneath your left hand if you need it. Right hand to your right hip. We're building Ardha Chandrasana from the ground up, so a little bit trickier to do it this way. Rolling your chest open, pressing out through your heel, reaching your right arm up. Hug your outer left hip underneath you. Reach your arm up to the sky. Maybe you can look up. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful work, everybody. Bring both hands down to the mat again. Standing L-shaped pose, and maybe the block comes underneath your right hand this time. Parvritta Ardha Chandrasana. As promised, a lot of revolution today. Create your own revolution. Evolve. Evolve over and over again. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Breath in and breath out. Beautiful. Bring your right knee in toward your chest, both knees soft. Slowly start to stand up. Bring your right knee with you into your chest. Embrace the wobbles and wiggles, because that's what activates the core to support you. So you're welcome to stay here, or Padangustasana, big toe lock. Maybe I'll step back just a little, stay in the camera. From here, extend your right leg to any degree. Left arm reaches up to the sky. You can inhale breath, and as you exhale, open it up. Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Beautiful posture to create space across the hips, the back of the thighs, and the heart. And maybe you look over your left shoulder. Beautiful work. Come back through center. Bend your knee into your chest. Good. Now reach your arms up to the sky. We're not done yet. A twist to the right side. So stay here. Keep it simple if you need. Or reach down and grab the outer edge of your right foot. We've been here before, grabbing the outer edge of the foot. Pull your outer right hip down. Reach your right arm back. Stand nice and tall. Try to scoop your outer right hip underneath you. Press your foot forward. Look over your right shoulder. Parvritta Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Beautiful work. One more. You can do it. Helps if you smile. Come back through center. Reach up. Swing that right leg back with control. Warrior 3. Woo. You know what? It's okay if you touch down or fall out of a pose. Give yourself permission. And then step all the way back. Open it up. Parvritta Padottanasana. Again, take an option for yourself for the first little bit. It can be a forward fold or anything that you like with wide legs. Come all the way down. For myself, I'm moving into Samukhanasana, wide-legged splits, just to work on my inner thighs. You're welcome to do that or take a fold. If you're coming with me, heels are pressing out if you're wide. If you're not so wide, then stay on the outer edges of your feet. Toes can curl toward you and work the inner thighs away from each other. At the same time, there's a drawing in, so to keep control. Take 5 deep breaths wherever you've decided to be. As you're ready to work your way out of the pose, if you're quite wide, then you can walk your feet in. And now turn your toes out to the corners of your mat. And from here, you're going to bend deeply into your right knee. It's at the back of your mat. And your left leg is extended forward. And if you need to be up higher, you can. And from here, take your right fingertips out to the right. So again, we're going to create a twist here. Left hand comes to your left hip, and already you can feel a twist through the spine. Or maybe you reach your left arm up. And from here, an option is to turn the palm away from you, spiral it again to the lower back. Maybe you can reach around, either tuck your hand in to the top of your right thigh, or maybe you can reach your right hand on the outside and find your left fingertips and open up your chest. Hug your heels toward each other. That engages Mula Bandha, the root lock, and then you can twist a little deeper through Uddiyana Bandha, the upper lock. Take a full breath in. This is Skandasana, and a full breath out. And then we'll release, bring your gaze back down. Use your hands or not. Palms can stay in the chest. Keep the hips low. Bend into your left knee. Extend your right leg. Tent your left fingertips out to the left. You can always use a block if you need or stay up higher. Create that twist, parvritta in Skandasana. Reach your right arm up. Maybe spiral your palm around to the lower back. Maybe you can wiggle to the top of your left thigh. Maybe you can wrap on the outside of the thigh and find your wrist or your fingers. Hug your heels toward each other. See if you can use that as a foundation to twist through Uddiyana Bandha a little bit deeper and keep Mula Bandha engaged. Deep breath in. Long breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly bring your gaze back down. We're going to bring ourselves through center. Turn your toes forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold just for a breath. Inhale, halfway lift. And start to turn your toes around to the front of your mat. Lower your back, knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Draw your right knee as far back as you can. Take an inhale breath here. And as you exhale, twist to your left side. And from here you can stay, or you can raise the right knee up. Inhale back through center. Keep the back leg strong. Exhale, twist to the left side. One more. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. And you can stay or start to go deeper. Palms turn toward the left side of your chest. Maybe you hook your right elbow as you lean forward. You might need to adjust your back foot in a little bit. Press the tops of the finger pads into each other like we did in the twisted chair. Maybe you open your wings, or maybe you come into a bind, taking your right arm underneath your left thigh. You can use a strap if you like. Left hand comes behind. Try to find your fingers or your wrist or the strap, and take your gaze over your left shoulder. Parvritta Alanasana or Parvritta Anjaneyasana, depending if your knee is up or down. Revolved crescent lunge twist. Deep breath in, long breath out. So breathe against the twist. Ujjayi breath. Slowly start to unwind. Use the strength of your hands. Lift yourself back up, and if your knee is lifted, lower it down. Slide it as far back as you can. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, palms come down. Shift your hips back. Straighten that front leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. Again, inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow. One more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bow. And make sure that your right knee is underneath your right hip or even further back. Stay here, or you can start to walk your left heel more forward or slide it forward. Right knee slides back, but keep the alignment of your hip. So outer left hip pulling back, right thigh rolling down. Feel free to stay where you are, being content and fulfilled in this moment. Maybe bow. Take a few deep breaths. And slowly start to bring yourself back up through center as you're ready. Palms underneath your shoulders. Slide your right knee further in till you can plant your left foot down. Palms underneath your shoulders. Lift your back knee. As you're ready, three-legged dog. You're welcome to stay here. Start to twist open. Turn your right fingertips, so revolve your right hand. Tense your left fingertips. Maybe let that left foot drop behind you. Stay high on your toes. Lift your heel. If you were working toward Urdhva Dhanurasana on the last side, you're welcome to go there. On this side as well. Deep breath in. The long breath out. Press into your feet. One more breath. Beautiful. Turn yourself back around. Take your vinyasa any way you like. We'll meet in downward dog. Don't forget that extra chaturanga. I know you love it. And from here, step your big toes together to touch. Look forward. Walk, step or hop. You can do a little hop up into handstand if you have that. Halfway lift when you get there. Fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, come back to chair pose. Here we go, we're gonna put it all together. Bring the weight into your right leg, lift your left leg up and cross your flexed left ankle over your thigh. Come into a half chair pose. Now you're welcome to stay here or twist yourself to the right side. And you're welcome to stay. You can also use blocks. Maybe you can hook your left elbow, get a big twist underneath the left foot. Tense your fingers as we've been doing. Sit the hips a little lower. Stay here. If you have dragonfly pose, Parvritta Dandasana, take your hands out to the side in line with the front of your mat. Come forward, lean forward. Keep your right foot down if you need, or as you lean forward, let that right leg lift and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Come all the way back up. Come back to chair pose. And lift your hips and fold. Chair pose again. Sit your hips down, reach your arms up. Weight into your left foot, lift your right leg. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Sit down into the chair, half chair pose. Get that hip. Give it a stretch. And from here, inhale, and then maybe twist to the left side. And you can stay here in this more gentle twist. You can always use blocks if you need, modify. Maybe bring your right elbow underneath your right foot, tense your fingertips, twist a little deeper. Or if you have the space, bring the hands down to the left side and forward of your left toe, so facing the same direction as the top of your mat. Bend your elbows like chaturanga and let your left leg kick out if you can. Hold for 3. Parvritta Dandasana, dragonfly pose. Beautiful way to twist. Come back to chair. Exhale and fold. Beautiful work, everybody. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, take a vinyasa. Take your time. We'll meet in downward dog. Deep full breath in and a long breath out. And now combine your toes. Bend your knees a lot. Look forward. Hop through to your seat. Try to float the legs through if you can. Come all the way down. Good time to take a little sip of water or your tea. All right. Let's release the belly by taking a nice seated forward fold. So move the flesh around your seat from side to side. Sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale breath, reach your arms up. And as you exhale, fold, Paschimottanasana. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to release. Inhale to rise all the way up. Slide your right knee in toward your chest and take your right knee out to the right as you step your right foot to the inner left thigh, and then swing your left leg open so you have more of an angle toward the right and left side of your mat. Take your left hand and forearm onto your left leg, right hand to your right hip, so right away you feel that twist. Maybe you bring the left hand down onto the mat. Revolve your chest open. Parvritta Janu Shirshasana. Reach your top arm up and over your ear and then extend it. Utthita Parsva Janu Shirshasana. Extended side, one-legged forward fold. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Bring your right hand back behind you. Turn your left toes down as you inhale. Swing your hips up. A beautiful opening across the body. And slowly come all the way back down. And let's switch sides. So bring your left knee in toward your chest. Let your left knee open. Your foot is pressing to the inner right thigh, and then swing the right leg open so you keep that connection. Right hand and forearm onto your right leg, left hand to your left hip. So feel that revolution, Parvritta Janu Shirshasana. We can go a little deeper. You can even bring your right arm onto the mat. We'll move into a side extension. Reach your left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, reach up and over your body. Parsva Utthita Janu Shirshasana. Bring underneath your arm. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Of course, you can go further if you have a bind. Or just bring your left hand back behind you. Turn your right toes down. Inhale, open it up. Spin your chest toward the sky. Deep breath in. Long breath out. All the way back down. Bring your legs out in front of you. We'll transition here through chin stand, Mayurasana pose. If that's not in your practice, you can take a regular vinyasa. You can either cross your legs, regular crossing, or you can try lotus pose. And I'll demo the pose a little bit, so if you want to play with it, you can. You can always come back and practice later with the video. Rock forward onto your hands and knees. So you might have your legs regularly crossed. We'll start with floating this pose and then come into this chin stand. So you can bring your wrists to face each other or turn your wrists around so they're facing forward. That's more of the traditional pose. And then bend your elbows back in toward the belly and lean forward a lot over the forearms. And maybe you can float your knees and your chin.
So try to find that float to begin with. And then from there, you'll let the chin come down, release the bind of your legs, and the legs will lift up. And we'll move through a vinyasa from there and meet in downward dog. If you're playing with it, no worries. It takes time. Moving in downward dog again. Jump through to your seat. Try to float the legs. Use your strong core. Beautiful work. And this time we'll come into a hip opener. So you have some choices. You can take Baddha Konasana, butterfly position, or cobbler's pose. You can take pigeon pose. So you might want to get into that through downward facing dog. So we'll do the right and left side. Or if you're holding Baddha Konasana, you'll hold for the whole time. So you can take those from downward dog. Or if you want to come into cow face pose, that's where I'm going. So I want you to bring your left knee forward and pull your right knee over top of your left knee. And from here you can open up the feet to the side. If you want to take double pigeon, you can as well. We'll take about 10 breaths on each side. So if you're doing a symmetrical position, then just take 20 breaths. Try to hug your knees tight together. Sometimes it's good if you sit the bum up a little bit and wiggle the knees together. What I like to do is bring my shins out parallel to the top of my mat and press the tops of my feet down with my hands. And take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bow forward, Gomukhasana. 10 breaths. If you want to add on here, you can also take the cow face arms. You might need a strap. There you go. And then bow forward as well. So right arm over, left arm under. And sometimes I like to take that arm bind and then release it for a few breaths. A couple of more deep breaths here. If you're in a symmetrical position, you can stay. Otherwise, come up with me. Take your hands over to the left side. Flex your feet. So you're going to use the outer edges of your feet. Lift your hips up and turn yourself around. Keep your hands where they are. Keep walking the hands all the way around. And then you'll lower your right knee down and your left leg should be on top. I don't know why that magical thing works, but it does. So hopefully now you have your left leg over top of your right leg. If you're in pigeon pose, you can switch to that side, other side. If it didn't work out for you, that's okay. It's kind of a tricky thing. Get your left knee over top of your right and stack your knees again. You might want to lift your hips. Wiggle your bum more in the center so your knees are aligned. Try to walk your shin bones more forward. If you can get them parallel to the top edge of your mat, that's ideal. If you want to come into the arm bind, the left arm will come up and the right arm will be on the bottom. You can try to hook your fingers again, like we did when we were doing the bind for Exalted Warrior. Inhale here, exhale to fold. So we'll take about 10 breaths. You can release the bind if you have it after a few if you like. A few more breaths here. Last couple of breaths. I know this is 90-minute practice. It's a long time, so we get
to do some deeper holds for some of the more yin-like postures. Get some really deep stretching once we've really warmed the body up. And slowly rise back up. If you want to try that trick on this side just to see that it really works, keep your legs as they are, but maybe walk your feet in a little bit. So be on the outer edges of your feet. Press down into your hands and spin yourself all the way around, just rotating your feet on the same spot. And then you'll see you end up in the other position again. And then you can lean back into your hands and release. If you've been in pigeon pose or cobbler's pose, you can release, get your legs out in front of you, come back to your seat. If you want to take one more vinyasa, you can, and then jump through to your seat. We will make our way down onto our backs, and we're going to do a couple of back bends here, so you have a lot of choices. You can take supported bridge with a block under your sacrum, little bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, or Urdhva Dhanurasana. And I think we'll do 3 back bends today. So you can make your choice of how you want to arrange them. But as you're ready, make your way down onto your back. You can take a block with you if you like. Walk your feet underneath your hips and align your hands directly beside your hips. So the width of your hands will be the widest part of your body. Your feet should be within that width, and that gives you a sense of how far apart your feet, knees, and hips should be. Really not far at all. And in fact, you could even put a block between your knees and know that if you were to lift up with this block, that's how far apart everything should be. Now from here, you're welcome to lift the hips and slide the block on any setting underneath the sacrum. It's a really nice way to support yourself in a back bend. If you're coming with me for the first little bridge pose, you can start right away, lifting the hips up. You can interlock the hands under the lower back. If you're going for Urdhva Dhanurasana, bring your hands beside your ears, fingertips pointing toward your shoulders. Lift up your hips as well, and then come onto the crown of the head. Widen your hands just a little bit if you need, and then press your legs and arms to straight. Let the gaze come back toward your heels. Keep pointing the toes and knees forward. Don't let them fall out. Whichever back bend you're in, try to hold for 5 breaths. When you're ready to come down from Urdhva Dhanurasana, come onto the crown first. If you're in little bridge pose, you'll release your hands, lower the hips down. Take your feet together, knees wide, and place one hand right over your pelvis and the other hand just below your rib cage, so you can feel that connection into the Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, the 2 places in your body that have been supporting this practice today. Take a deep breath into them. And a full breath out. Another breath in. And a full breath out. Feeling that sense of fulfillment, contentment, that everything you have is right here within you. All the strength, all the ability, all the determination, all the love, all the answers. It's all here. Okay, 2 more back bends. So you can choose either of the 3 that we've already done. Little bridge pose, supported bridge with a block, or Urdhva Dhanurasana. Try to hold for 5 breaths, so come up when you're ready. If you want an option, walk your right foot more to the center of any of the variations. Lift your left leg up, press your heel toward the ceiling. Do the same thing with the other side, left foot more to the center, right knee lifts. Extend your leg, press your heel up. When you're ready to come down, take your time. If your wrists are feeling like they need a little rest, place them underneath your hips, and you can let, again, soles of feet together, knees out wide, or maybe you bring your feet wide and knees together. Take a few deep breaths here, feeling that connection again to Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and maybe bring your chin in toward your chest, get Jalandhara Bandha, and then you have Maha Bandha, the great lock happening. You can feel that Ujjayi breath with the chin in toward your chest just a little bit more reverberation, more depth. Release. Bring your hands out from under you if they're under your hips. One last back bend. You choose supported bridge, little bridge, or Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you want to come up and take a drop back into Urdhva Dhanurasana, you can. That's in your practice. Maybe you're already doing that. When you're ready, 5 breaths. As you come down gently. Hug your knees in toward your chest for a moment if you need. Release your feet wide this time. Cactus your arms out to the side in a T shape or cactus shape. Open up your chest. Let your knees windshield wiper side to side. Maybe turn your gaze in the opposite direction of your knees to get a full parvritta, full revolution through the spine. And then our final twist here. Let your knees drop completely to the right side. Keep them wide if you can, or you can stack them. Lift up your right foot, place it on the outer left knee. Turn your gaze away from your knees and let the hips open, let the thighs open. This full rotation through the belly and the spine. Few more deep breaths here. Slowly bring your gaze back through center, release your foot, windshield wiper your knees side to side. And then let your knees drop completely to the left. You can walk your right foot more to the right, place your left ankle on top of your outer right knee. If that's too much, you can always stack your knees together. Take a look over your right shoulder. Beautiful twist all the way through the spine. This time we're in seems like a great revolution. There's so many changes taking place at very rapid speed, sometimes hard to keep up. This yoga practice, it keeps us grounded, and it's a practice for all of these changes. We learn to adapt, we learn to strengthen and fortify in areas that we feel need more support. We learn to let go and find ease where there's tension. We find that great balance. Each time we come to the mat, we re-evolve over and over again. Bring your gaze back through center, release your top foot. You can windshield wiper your legs again a few more times side to side. And then from here, you can bring your knees in towards your chest. And take happy baby if you like. Reaching through, grabbing the outer edges of your feet with your palms. Rock a little bit across the sacrum. If you like, you can extend your top leg, bring the bottom knee down. Or maybe even extend both legs if you have the space and it feels good. Pressing the sacrum toward the mat. Bring the knees close in toward the chest. We'll take an inversion here, so we'll have about 20 breaths. If you want to move to a wall for headstand or do it on your mat, you can. You can start with something gentle, parvritta karani, legs up and arms up. You're welcome to move to plow pose or shoulder stand as well. So for plow pose, you'll kick your feet, knees and hips over your head and support your lower back with your palms. Maybe scoop the elbows inward a little bit. For shoulder stand, support your lower back and lift the legs straight up. You find a little bit of Jalandhara Bandha here, the chin in toward the chest. And you keep Mula Bandha, the root lock, and Uddiyana Bandha engaged. So there's a great lock happening here, Mahabandha. The same happens when you go into headstand. Keep a lot of engagement through Mahabandha. It's probably about 10 to 12 more breaths, whichever pose you've decided to do. If you are in headstand, when you do come out, take your time, don't go yet, but when you do come out, maybe stay either in child pose or just a seat to let your blood pressure come back to normal. And then we'll meet on our back again for one last final pose. Starting to make your way down if you're not already. Again, taking that little rest either in a seat or in child pose if you were in headstand. Just lay onto your back if you were in shoulder stand or plow pose. And then we'll all meet on our backs for final pose, Matsyasana, fish. Fish is a heart opener. You're welcome to do supported fish if you like, putting the blocks in a T shape. It's actually really nice if you have that option in a T shape, and you'll have one block behind your head and one between your shoulder blades. This is a supported fish. And you can take the pose like this if you like. It's definitely more yin based posture, but feels really nice. If you want to come with me for a full fish pose, you'll be lying onto your back. Press your feet into the mat and lift your hips enough to slide your palms underneath your bum with your thumbs touching, and then extend your legs back to straight. Point your toes, squeeze your legs together. Press down into your elbows on your inhale breath, leverage your chest up, lift your head right up off the mat, and then tilt your head back so your chin is up and you can lightly press the crown of your head onto the mat. Very light. There's quite a lift up through the heart. So this is a really nice way to release Mahabandha. The whole abdominal length of your body is stretching, your throat is stretching. Maybe you float your legs if it feels good. You can even release your hands and point your fingers forward. Maybe you lift the crown of your head up. When you're ready, crown lightly toward the ground, chin in toward the chest, feet are lower. Walk your feet in enough to release your hands. Just take a moment here with your knees bent. Place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a deep, full breath in through your nose. With a sense of contentment, fulfillment, appreciation, and gratitude, exhale, sigh out, release. Do that again, a deep, full breath full of love and gratitude, fulfillment, ease, relaxation, anything you'd like to add in. All these beautiful ingredients to set yourself up for the rest of your day. And sigh out your mouth, release anything here that you need to let go of. One more full breath in. And a full breath out. And allow yourself to deepen into Shavasana, your final rest. And I'll read to you one last time our intention for the class today, fulfillment. Fulfillment is the result of an exceptional instance of new vision, an expanded perspective, or complete contentment in the moment. At times it may require desire, action, and accomplishment. Thank you so much for sharing your beautiful energy today. I'll be offering
free yoga through Facebook Live and YouTube until we can be back in the studio together. And until that time, from my heart to yours, namaste.